Hey guys, tonight's story is about a creepy old mansion in a small American town called the Bloody Manor. Imagine a dark night, walls stained with blood, and sounds that make your heart stop. If you're listening alone in the dark, turn on the lights, because this story will give you chills. Let's dive in. This happened back in 2019, when I, Jake, and my two friends, Mike and Emily, went on a road trip. We were driving from New York to a small town in Pennsylvania called Blackwood. We were thrill seekers, always looking for an adventure. Locals in Blackwood talked about this old mansion, the Blackwood Manor, built in the 1800s, a rich family. The Thompsons used to live there, but something horrific happened. The family head, Mr. Thompson, was brutally murdered by his servant with a knife, and the servant killed himself after. People say their spirits still haunt the place, waiting for anyone who dares to step inside. We thought it was just a ghost story. Emily was a bit scared, saying, "Jake, this place doesn't feel right. Why do people avoid it?" I laughed it off. "Come on, it's just a creepy house. Perfect for some Instagram pics." Mike was pumped, saying, "Pack the torches and snacks. We're camping there tonight." We reached the mansion by evening. It was massive, 3 stories, built with old red bricks, cracks all over, and rusted gates. The main door was locked, but we found a broken window to sneak in. Inside it was freezing, like walking into a fridge. Old paintings hung on the walls, covered in dust. We set up a tent on the ground floor, lit a bonfire, and started telling ghost stories. Around 10 p.m., we were chilling, eating pizza, when we heard a sound from outside, like someone dragging a heavy chain. Mike said, "What was that? Probably an animal, right?" I grabbed a torch, looked outside, but saw nothing. We laughed, thinking it was the wind, but deep down, we felt uneasy. Emily whispered, "Guys, let's go back to town. This place is creepy." We teased her and went to sleep in the tent. Around midnight, I woke up with a jolt. There was a shadow moving outside the tent. My heart was racing. I shook Mike awake. "Dude, look outside." He turned on the torch, but there was nothing. Then we heard it, a woman crying coming from inside the mansion. Emily woke up, her hands ice cold. She said, "Jake, what's that? Let's leave." But we decided to check it out, thinking maybe it was a homeless person or something. We went inside, torches on. The staircase to the first floor creaked with every step. Upstairs was a huge hall with old furniture and a cracked mirror. Then the crying got louder and a voice screamed, "Get out!" We froze. Mike's face went pale. "Is this real?" Emily was tearing up. "Please, let's go." But we kept going. In one room, we saw red stains on the bed, like dried blood. Emily screamed, "That's blood!" I touched it, dry, old, but terrifying. By 2 a.m., the tension was insane. We were heading back to the tent when we heard footsteps on the staircase, like someone was coming down. We froze. I shone the torch up and saw a shadow, a woman in a white dress, her hands dripping with blood. Emily screamed, "Run!" We bolted downstairs, but the main door slammed shut on its own. Mike tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. Then we heard laughter, a crazy, chilling laugh, mixed with sobs. I yelled, "Who's there? Stop it!" But the voice got louder, more menacing. We were panicking. Emily was crying, "Jake, we're going to die here." Mike checked his phone, no signal. We tried the window, but outside was thick fog, impossible to see through. The lights started flickering, like old bulbs turning on and off. A room filled with smoke, smelling like blood. Mike said, "Remember what the locals said? The servant killed Mr. Thompson and his wife cursed this place. No one leaves unharmed." By 4 a.m., we were hiding in a room, barricading the door with furniture. Then came knocking, slow, deliberate. A voice whispered, "You called me." Emily was about to faint. Mike cracked the door open, torch in hand. The shadow was closer now, blood dripping from her hands, her face, just red glowing eyes. She lunged at Mike. I pulled him back and slammed the door, but she started banging so hard, the furniture shook. We screamed, "Please, save us!" Then a jolt, like an earthquake, and she burst in. She grabbed Emily, her nails digging into her arm. Emily's scream was blood-curdling. Mike and I pushed back, but it was like fighting air. Suddenly she vanished, leaving fresh bloodstains on the floor. At dawn, the first sunlight hit, and the door opened on its own. We ran back to town. Emily had real scratches on her arm, bleeding. The townsfolk saw us and knew. An old man said, "That manor's cursed. Mrs. Thompson's spirit punishes anyone who enters." We drove back to New York, but that night haunts us. Emily still has nightmares, and me? I'm done with old houses. This is a true story, believe it or not. If you've got a story like this, drop it in the comments. And please don't go to places like this alone at night. Stay safe.